Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Mediak. And today, very, very exciting day. This not only do we have the return of the Spider-Man to be the host of the podcast, but we also have Austin's most anticipated movie of the year. Quite excited. Who hasn't been on the podcast recently? Okay, I'm stopping with this bit. I like breathing too much to keep that going. Austin wasn't last week? No, all four of us were here last week, right? Yeah. Okay, you joined late. That was it. Right. I remember now. Yeah. Thank you so much, Spider-Man, for joining. I really appreciate you coming onto the podcast. How was it like filming Spider-Man Brand New Day? How was the Hulk? Was the Hulk fun to meet? not a fan. Yeah. Okay. This bit's over now. All right, as usual, we got Chandler, Skylar, Austin, Zach down here. I don't know how much we're going to have extra in this podcast. There's a solid chance that we might just be talking about Spider-Man for the entire thing, because we do have a hard out on leaving here. So I don't know how much we're going to be able to get in with what we watch in movie news and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure there's at least like something in movie news that I would like to talk. There's a couple of things in movie news I'd like to talk about. But we can squeeze those in and like right at the tail end of that'll be fine. Austin, you're the last one. Also, we are probably going to make you do it anyway because of the fact that it's Spider-Man. But you have to tell us about it. Tell me about Spider-Man.
Oh boy, my favorite man in the world. He is depressed as shit. He is so sad, and we love to see it. No, actually, it was really sad.
Okay, I think you're already at your 5-sentence limit. What the fuck, man? Holy crap.
To be honest, there's never going to be a 5-sentence limit for this.
Yeah, I know. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Go ahead. I wanted to say the joke at the beginning of your spiel so that I didn't kill your excitement. So keep going. Yeah.
You killed my excitement.
Yeah, but you can build it up again. It was like you were at a 5. I kicked you down to a 0. Now you can go back up to 30 or something, you know? It'll be fun.
What is the scale?
I don't know. Just keep going.
All right. So at the end of No Way Home, he got everyone to forget who he was or forget who Peter Parker was. So he has been grinding on his own, and he has been putting in the hours as Spider-Man. So he keeps going. He's saving New York from a bunch of miscellaneous throwaway villains that are like comic references. And then he's realizing, okay, hey, I'm kind of lonely. And also my body is changing. So he's going through spider puberty. And yeah, then he realized he needed to go and check on his friends. And he did that and found out his girlfriend or ex-girlfriend has a boyfriend. And then he had a panic attack and became half of a spider. Or actually the ratio was like 70-30. I'm sorry, this is going to be long.
No, I was thinking that exact same thing too, because didn't the human side like not go down? Like it stayed at like 50% and the other side went
50-50, and then it was like...
that is... You can't be 70% of a spider and 50% of a man. Like, what?
I don't think it was... yeah, fair point.
Keep going, sorry.
I honestly, I need to watch this movie again. Sky, did you have something you want to say?
I was going to say, I thought it was going to be diluted. Like just more than one, because it looks like they can both fill up the whole way.
Well, yeah, but you'd think that the one would go down as the other one goes up, but it doesn't.
Hey, small potatoes, man.
Yeah, small potatoes. I have another small potatoes thing I would like to mention a little bit later when we talk about the Hulk. But it's actually small potatoes. It's just something that made me be like, I noticed that, and I'm sure a lot of people did too. Crap. Keep going. Was that it? Was it? Right. Did you say the spoiler? Yeah, spoiler warning for the rest of the podcast. There's going to be a lot of spoilers about this movie. If you haven't seen Spider-Man Brand New Day, Austin is going to be telling us why you should be going to see Spider-Man Brand New Day right now.
Well, no, I'm just saying what it's about. So
yeah, the spoiler. Yeah, you're going to say the spoiler. The reason why we're telling you to go see it before listening.
Yeah, he went through spider puberty, and then he started excreting some weird white substances from his body, and you didn't know what was happening. And then he also found out that there was mind control stuff going on, so he had to stop that. And then totally not Jean Grey, the mutant that they said wasn't going to be in this movie, it becomes the antagonist. And he has to protect MJ because she went inside his mind. It was just oh, I'm going to go find her. And then she tried to, and then did. Man, there's so much that happens in this. It's all small plot lines, but actually giving the plot is tough. I'm going to end this quick. Okay, so Jean Grey got her sister taken by damage control. So she's trying to find damage control and her sister. Breaks into there, brings up the Hulk for some reason. He gets his screen time, then leaves. And then Spider-Man realizes that he was wrong to help damage control, and then breaks in to save her. She gets a huge power boost, and then Spider-Man gets shot by an altered Punisher, and then realizes that everything's okay and dabs his boy Ned up because he can do that now for some reason.
I would like to address this for some reasons. Because you said two of those, and one of them. Okay, which one do I want to hit first? Okay, let's hit the Hulk one first. So you said she goes and gets Hulk for some reason. I'm gonna say she's like, I need to break into this place. A tank didn't work. This guy's around, and he's like
She didn't use a tank to break into that place. That was a different building. This is the office building. That was a prison.
Yeah, that's fair. Small potatoes, The Hulk was in it. It was cool.
Like, if we're not talking about criticism, this is positives. So like,
holy shit, bro! The Hulk was so cool, dude. That's my favorite looking Hulk in any of the movies, without a doubt. Any of the movies. Before it was Incredible Hulk. I know that's a controversial take or whatever, but holy shit, he looked like literally his muscle fibers, like in that scene where he's holding up all the bricks and stuff like that, and the I was gonna say wire, but the webbing was like pulling against his skin, and you can see like the individual fibers on his fucking massive ass bicep. Coolest shit ever. Actually coolest shit ever. And his hand was the size of Peter. Oh, I loved that. It made me so happy.
Beforehand.
What was that, Shin?
He was definitely nerfed beforehand, though. Like him getting shot by the Punisher and the guy actually doing something to him. I don't know. It took me a little bit out of it, but
I loved that though, actually. Because I wanted them to address the small Hulk like aspect of it, because I didn't want them to just immediately jump into the like he's a monster now. So yeah, exactly, Savage Hulk. I really enjoyed that whenever we saw him for the first time, he was being brain controlled, mind controlled by Jean Grey, and it wasn't like the bullets themselves did anything. It was that big Chitauri explosion that knocked her out and knocked him over.
Oh, so you're saying like the shots were affecting Jean Grey?
No,
is that what you're saying?
I'm saying the shots weren't affecting either of them except for that explosion.
But it looked like it was. It looked like it was.
I don't think it.
I think that's annoying. I'd agree with you.
Yeah. I wasn't saying I wouldn't.
That's right, but not.
What was that? Sorry.
What? Like honestly, I'm so confused about the whole Hulk timeline. This is not negative. I'm just confused. Like,
yeah,
where he's been. Like, I thought he was Professor Hulk, and now back to just Banner. And
so he can go back and forth. They addressed that in She-Hulk. He has that thing that he has in this movie, the watch. I
totally forgot about that show.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna address one of your complaints and bring up another complaint that I had with it, because at the end of it makes sense to me that he can go back and forth now, because She-Hulk established that he has the arm thing that allows him to go back and forth at will, and he can do whatever he wants between being like Professor Hulk and Banner. But he's supposed to be like he's like taking care of his son at the end of that movie and stuff. That's what She-Hulk. Small potatoes, right? Yeah, like that's the thing I was thinking about. I was like, why is he like a professor now? Like, I feel like he has bigger potatoes to take care of at this moment, But yeah, I don't know. That's what I thought of. I mean, you clearly didn't remember the show, and no one else cares enough about She-Hulk to think about that. So I'm just gonna pretend like I didn't watch it either, and we're gonna move on.
No, that actually helped a little bit. At least it has some like reasoning behind it all. I totally forgot about that. Like that, whatever thing he had on his wrist.
Oh,
I totally forgot about that.
It was in Shang-Chi too. The inhibitor was also in Shang-Chi. Wait, how'd you forget about it? That was a very big plot point of the movie.
No, I just meant like he had it beforehand.
Oh, okay. Wait.
Yeah, I know it's in the movie. I remember in the movie.
Okay, cool.
I thought you were talking a lot about he had it before.
Dude, I love the Hulk. I don't care. I'm sorry, Austin. I'm sorry. It made me so happy. I love that scene with Banner and Peter. Go ahead, Skyler. Yeah, you've been wanting to say something for a while.
I have.
Yeah, didn't you have your hand up for a while?
Like 5 minutes ago.
Oh, it's gone. I have no
Okay.
idea. I got so sidetracked by the Hulk. I was thinking about the Hulk, and then just like that run, that like hallway chase scene,
Yeah.
because it looked good.
And it was spidery, you know, because he was like crawling all over the place and slapping shit to the walls. It was really good. I liked it. That sequence is so fucking good, dude. I wish it wasn't in the trailer. I wish we never saw that the Hulk was in this movie. That would have been like the greatest thing I've ever seen in my entire fucking life, if that's true. I guess we could save that for negatives because I would like to continue talking about that specifically a little bit later. But quick question. A lot of people are saying are really annoyed that Jean Grey was the main villain of this movie. Do you guys agree or disagree with that? You agree, Chandler?
I'm not a fan that, she was the main villain. I don't know anything about what people are saying. The only thing I've ever seen about this was Moist Critical, and I actually shared a lot of opinions he had of them. But I think she was cool with, I like the twist of her being inside people's heads and like using them and manipulating them. I think that was kind of unique. But like, it's actually great, bro. Like, this is not the kind of main antagonist I wanted in a Spider-Man film whatsoever. I really think that it could have been someone different, even though she did a good job at it. It's just personally like, I don't know, like, is she not a mutant? I'm just so confused by all of that. And how they're throwing her into the universe. That's a big issue for me. I don't know. Honestly, I just wasn't a fan. They could have chosen someone that actually was a villain of his.
I do have a problem with her, and I've seen that exact thing that you're saying. A lot of people are also saying that they wish it was like an actual villain, but like I thought it worked, and it did it in a way that allowed Peter to move through his like the arc that he was going in this movie. I don't necessarily think that her arc works 100%, and there's like stuff about her that I'm not the biggest fan of, but as like a overall main villain, I think she was great. Like, she's not Vulture level, but I think she was great in this movie personally. Austin, Skyler?
I also thought I liked her as the main villain. I thought it was pretty cool. I do think that picking her kind of hurt the movie a little bit, because it kind of, at like a point, it kind of stopped being like a Spider-Man. It kind of turned into like a setup for X-Men deal in my head, because it was so focused on her.
But every movie focuses on the villain for a portion of the movie.
I know, but it felt like some of it, like, so she had like her point to turn good, so now it's like what she's gonna do. And I really just wanted a sad boy Peter movie through and through. He can have his redemption at the end, but then like,
I feel like that's exactly what this movie is, though.
I don't know how to describe it very well, but like it
can't just be a
like
vibe if you just didn't like the vibe of it.
I don't even know if I'd say that, because I did like the vibe for like most of the movie, but it got to a point where it felt as though they were more focused. I don't even know.
Yeah, I'm being prepared to disagree with you, because after we saw Jean's flashback, we then spent 30 minutes with Spider-Man and Ned building Legos. So I'm like, I'm just like, I don't know, man.
I don't know. We can move on. I like Jean Grey, but I really agrees with like it for some reason.
No, he does agree with you. He's not secret about that. He said he didn't like it, but he just can't.
But, he did say he did like it, though. The first thing he said was, "I liked it."
Oh, okay.
I like Jean Grey as the villain, but I feel like there was too much of them trying to maybe like set up another movie in my mind. At least that's the vibe I got. Like
I thought that was the opposite
thing, or TV show in the future.
I thought for once they like broke the whole multiverse like theme, and it felt grounded. Like, it actually felt like a Spider-Man film, at least the first half. It really felt like it was just Spider-Man being a friendly neighborhood, or Peter Parker being a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. I do get what you're saying, though, Sky. Like, they definitely, at the very end, I feel like does open up the X-Men, her driving off into the distance. I almost was like, oh, maybe she's heading towards Professor X's school, whatever. That's what I got out of that. But I don't know.
Me and Austin had the exact same reaction when Chan said that, so I'm gonna throw it over to him. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna disagree with you hard. All both.
Yeah.
Sorry, love you guys. I think that one, I don't really think she's the villain. And I know that's like the popular contrarian thing to say, but like, I think that oversimplifies what her character was. I don't think this movie really had an
antagonist. I guess I should have said. Where they have
no, not. I mean, I don't even think she's like she brings that conflict in a lot of the movie, but like, if we want to simplify it to like typical superhero movie stuff, like yeah, she was doing bad things and Peter was trying to stop her for points in time, but like that wasn't the main villain of the movie. That wasn't the main antagonist. Like the movie was about Peter's journey and his inner conflict and trying to deal with living in this world where he's completely and utterly alone. Like, and I think kind of the opposite with the Jean Grey setup stuff. Like, I think if you didn't know who Jean Grey was, you'd think she was just like a throwaway character in this movie. I don't think they gave any sort of indication that they were going to even use her in future projects. At least that I
They were so tame, bro. At one time they showed like rubble, and I was so fucking certain it was going to be like a flashback to Professor X's like mansion or something like that. Excuse me, I'm sorry for interrupting, but I just wanted to agree with you on that.
Yeah, like if she did not have the name of Jean Grey, you probably wouldn't even know that character was what it was. Like I liked it because I mean, her being able to break into the mind and especially bringing up, that's where positives, the scene where she got into MJ's mind and like made it seem like that she did.
She's a villain. Like, come on, she's a villain.
No,
dude, she's a villain.
Don't say she's not the villain, bro.
Dude, after that scene, she was like, "Hold her, Peter." Like that scene is so fucked. She's the villain. Come on.
I think it's
every character that says something mean. Like
no, I'm just saying. No, okay. I guess I should say antagonist. I still think because she's like,
a lot of people die. Would that make her the villain? Because there's no way people came out of this.
Dude, she totally killed a lot of people. That's like one of the problems I have with this movie is that like most movie, I hate the trope where it's like, it's okay, you're not that bad, even though throughout the movie you were endangering people and killing people.
Do you remember the fight with those ninjas? The red, like the hand, like the one dude stabbed himself and he stabbed Spider-Man.
If you remember
that hand
at the very, very beginning of the movie, Peter saves a child who's about to get crushed by a taxi cab that's being controlled. That's from the tank that she is controlling. So like if Peter wasn't there, she would have just killed so many people, way worse than damage control killing your sister
with like world altering powers.
No, I know that, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I always hate when movies go down that route, and I'm not saying it was done poorly in this movie, but I always think it's a little whatever whenever I see it.
I'll concede. I'm like, yes, I'm being a stickler. She was the villain of the movie. She was the antagonist. Whatever. I'm like, I can agree in the logistics, but once again, we're still in the positive.
Yes,
I'm going to use this to transition to something slightly more positive, which is I think this is exactly what I wanted with Spider-Man being in the MCU. This is like the comic book movie, like the Jean Grey, and that's what I'm going to use as a jumping point. Like there were so many characters in this that he had casual interactions with. Like this universe felt lived in, both with villains and heroes, like with Hulk, like with Black Widow, like with Jean Grey, like with all the villains we saw. Like it is like Marvel, like this is the Marvel universe, and that's just I love that in this.
You're in my head again, brother. That's the first thing I said to Mom whenever the movie ended, by the way. And the thing is, like, I didn't think that would be kind of a controversial take. Like one of the things I said was like, I love the Hulk, I love the Punisher. What was the other person that you just said?
Yelena.
I love Black Widow, obviously. And then I said, I love the montage at the beginning of the movie where we saw the Scorpion and Hammerhead and Tombstone. Dude, people are so hating on that scene. People do not like that scene at all. And I'm just like,
the montage?
Yeah. And I'm like, dude, that established over the last 4 years, he developed his rogues gallery and stuff. Like, I love that. They're saying like, they wasted those characters because we're never going to see them again. But I think that's
Tombstone, my favorite comic book villain, is never going to get screened.
Not Hammerhead, no! Damn it! I forgot about Boomerang. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's world building though, because that establishes that they will come up again sometime later in another movie. At least I think so. It gives them. Go ahead, start trying.
Well, when you said like they would come back, remember whenever that tank blew up and I'm not sure if it, like where that was. I thought it was like a jail at one point. I thought maybe they're all going to be released.
It was a jail
from all over again. I feel like they maybe missed out there, but that'd been so much. I was really worried about this film in the trailers and how many characters they were introducing. I really didn't think it was going to be cohesive, but then they had like the montage and it seemed like they were just like kind of name dropping some characters, so it all worked out. But like if they all were released. And I honestly feel like the video game Spider-Man, where you have to just recapture all the characters.
This movie felt like the video game of Spider-Man. Like, I'm not sure if you guys noticed it, but there was like 100 moments where they just recreate bits from that. And fun fact,
the web slinging?
Yeah, the web swinging, yes.
Of the movie?
Well, in the montage bit, he does like a jump, and it's the Spider-Man dodge. Like whenever you dodge to the side, he does like the flip and everything. But like right in air, he does like the kick flip and shoots out the web. And it's literally 1-for-1 from the game. Fun fact about this, I'm sure Austin knows this already, but I've been on Destin's, sorry, I don't know why I keep doing Destin's Instagram. He didn't tell everyone to play the game. Everyone just played the game and then took screenshots while they were playing the game and were like, I want to recreate this in the movie or something like that. And they just kept doing shit like that. And I'm like, well, no wonder this movie felt like the video game. It's because of that. It was awesome.
That's cool.
It made me so happy watching that. Dude, the behind the scenes of this movie is so awesome because it's all real. Most of it's real. Obviously not the building with the Hulk and shit like that. That's like the one big fake thing in this movie. But everything else, they made a set for it. It's so good. They made a fake subway just for the one scene of Peter being on the subway with Ned. That's crazy. Love that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Someone else say positive about this movie, and I'll piggyback off of that because I've been yapping a lot. I wanted to try and hide my opinion on this movie, but I feel like the way me and Austin are talking about it, it's making it pretty obvious.
It was sad that you got Kyle though. The Odyssey.
Yeah,
that was so hilarious. I completely forgot you had the bit in the first 10 seconds. He must have only watched the first 10 seconds and been like, guys, I haven't seen it all yet, but how could you hate the movie?
Yeah, dude. I woke up to that text and I was like, this is a joke, right? Like I didn't answer it because I was waiting for one of you guys to, because I was like, there's no way.
Yeah.
I didn't remember doing that bit until until Chandler said something. Yeah. Oh wait, retroactively, I'm going to change my score from a 7.5 to an 8. I know it's not that big of a difference, but I wanted to give more. Chandler, you were hoping for an 8.5, not an 8.
Was I?
Yes.
I wanted a nice average.
Yeah, and I'm ruining it currently by moving it from a 7.5 to an 8.
Okay.
It's still the same average.
Yeah, but I felt like I wasn't giving enough credit to the practical effects on that movie, so I'm giving it another half point on the record here. Skylar, say something you liked about this movie, and it can't be the bath scene. What? I
was gonna say I like the Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, it's getting sticky in here. He said that.
Yeah, anyone like this?
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, it's gooey time."
Yeah. Oh no, get ready for my doomsday. Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna stick you guys all over the place with my webbing. That's what he said. That's his old.
I do like how in this one he like rips through the webbing.
That was cool.
I just don't think that really happened before, and it was like a nice little touch because like obviously he would have to at certain times.
Especially with his new organic webbing, it wouldn't come out as a uniform as it normally would. I would assume, you know.
Yeah. With that one, how did you guys feel about the scene where he was like pushing it out?
I didn't like it. I'm going to be honest.
It was my favorite scene.
I know.
It was meant to be gross.
I know it was supposed to be gross.
It was meant to be gross. Like,
I did like Tom Holland's acting whenever, so he comes out of the cocoon and he falls down and he's just hanging from his arm and he goes, ah! And it's like his face, it has a great look on it. Like who wouldn't be fucking terrified if that was happening to you, even if you are Spider-Man?
Did you guys see, which you might have, but there was like a clip going around like asking Tom Holland what was like the most like the cringiest part about this movie. And he said that scene because he was only in the underwear and it was very cold.
I can believe that.
And that's kind of like where he left it. And I think that is hilarious because of what he's saying.
Oh wait, he's implying that the other scene wasn't as bad where he was in his underwear.
He's implying it's not as cringy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Which is very
People have been not
because
sure
that
if
one
that's
was
actually Tom
cold.
Holland or not. Do you think the scene with him and Elena it is actually Tom Holland?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I thought so too because yeah, he's so jacked, dude. But like that's why I thought it was him because he doesn't have like the longest. What is this? What is this bone called? What this part of your arm? It's not the longest for him, so his muscles look much more circular and like large. And I was like, I'm pretty sure that's Tom Holland there. So yeah.
I saw a comparison, and his abs of like the same insertion type, and like he looks the exact same. Really, it's just like more muscle.
As Elena says, you know his belly button.
I do know his belly button. That's my boy's belly button.
Yeah, your guy.
That was odd seeing her in the film. I feel like they were just throwing any cameo out there at that point.
I
That was
agree.
pretty early on.
If there was a character that I was like didn't fit as well as everyone else, I probably would say her, even though I know that a lot of people would probably say the Hulk. But I think that conversation at the university is very important to the actual plot, and she herself wasn't, you know?
Yeah, it was an interesting. Like I like I said that it was a positive, and I like the whole lived in. Like you see random people from the universe, but like what? Like you're going through mind altering, mind control stuff, and you're like, who's the best one I should talk to? Black Widow. Like,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Like,
Also, why is that her office? Like, did she not just buy the Avengers Tower?
I was thinking that exact same.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Like, you can put your own hot tub and sauna in there, whatever you want.
Yeah.
I think it's a dominance thing.
I just thought it was like a joke, and they just wanted to put a naked Black Widow on screen with a naked Tom Holland.
Yeah, but isn't that like a thing against the movie?
I don't mind Tom Holland, but
I like the gag, and honestly, like, no, I'm gonna save what I'm about to say for later. But I like it's not the worst thing ever, but I do think that was very original trilogy Tom Holland movies, you know, where it's just like, oh, this gag is in there for the sake of it being funny instead of it actually making sense. You
I
know?
think it makes sense with her character, like completely. Like I mean, I kind of wasn't joking about it being a dominance thing. Like I don't think that's a new thing where like you make someone meet. Like I swear I've seen that in movies where people meet in like a sauna.
Did you
or
say
something
that?
like
I completely did not hear you say that. I do agree though.
Yeah, no, I mean, I feel like it's like a dominance thing. Like she's comfortable. Like you're going to make someone who's coming in to ask you something stripped down, and yes, no weapons and all that. So you're like comfortable, but like you're asserting your dominance by being comfortable, being in that area. It's your office, and then making him do that in front of you. Like I don't know. I think it makes sense for something that Yelena would do.
I agree with that actually. Oh wow, that was crazy. We both talked at the same time, and then it just killed the combo.
I just like am not a huge fan of that. I agree. It was like very like old trilogy, like trying to make a joke, and like it was that. I do think it does make sense with her character, but I don't really think, like Zach said, I don't think she was needed here. And like you said, what does she really know about this mind altering power? She didn't really help in the beginning either. She said just threw the little potato, big potato joke, and then came back like later for a FaceTime call.
You've been dropping this whole video.
You know what?
Say small potatoes the whole time.
Yeah, I don't like the joke though. I think it's stupid. I've been saying it because it's a reference to the movie that we're watching.
It's a love-hate relationship, I guess.
No, it's just a hate. I'm just doing it because it's relevant to the episode.
How do you like hate the joke that much? So like
I don't hate the joke all that much. I just don't like it.
You said it very like adamantly. You're just like I don't like that joke.
Well, because I am very firm on the opinion. I don't think it's possible for me to like that joke. It's not the worst thing ever though. There's worse jokes. I just will never laugh at it. All right, so
I also forgot.
the only thing that Yelena said in that first scene of them getting naked together was the VMAX thing, which didn't really end up being all that relevant for Spider-Man to know what that is. I guess that was mainly more of a thing for the audience to know what that is, so that we can have that realization with Jean at the end of the movie. More so that we get it earlier on in the movie than like halfway through, whenever she's like running through and asking for VMAX or something like that. That second FaceTime, I'm pretty sure they actually talk about something important, so you can't like remove that without it impacting the movie. But I don't know. I feel like you could have written a different way in for that. I think they totally added her character because of the Thunderbolts and because of Doomsday coming out, you know?
Yeah, they did. And that second FaceTime calls whenever she found out that like Sarah was actually the sister.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So like it was very important that he got that information from somebody, but like,
yeah.
Hey, guys,
I think you could keep the FaceTime call, but like the tub thing, I don't know. I think that was like a little.
Chandler, you're saying something?
did this stuff like canonically make sense? Like, what year is it right now in that movie? Do we know what present day is?
28 or something.
Is it 28? Okay, that would make sense because
Ish, yeah.
May's grave said 2024, and
It would
things
have to
got
be 4
college.
years. Yeah, 4 years.
Yeah.
after that.
So I just felt, I don't know. I know that the whole time got skewed ever since, I guess, Endgame or Infinity War, 5 years and all that. But I thought they really messed up the time there for a second.
Oh, dude, I'm not gonna lie, Chandler. Since Endgame, like, I could not give a fucking shit about the timeline, and I didn't think about it until you brought it up right there. I'm sorry.
You're around 2020. No, that's fine. I just was a little confused when I saw the gravestone.
Understandable.
I was
yeah.
maybe assuming it was 2026 like it is now, but that would not have made sense.
I kind of forgot there were other Marvel movies that took place in the Tom Holland Spider-Man world.
Yeah. Do we know if the new Avengers are actually out? Maybe that's why Elena doesn't even have her own office. Her actual, like, she's not.
Dude, I don't want to think about that, dude.
I don't know.
They talked the Avengers, like they brought up that in the Hush.
They did. Okay.
She said new
Yeah,
Avengers.
the
Yeah, the new Avengers. Yeah, she did say that. Yeah.
Okay. So I thought.
How do you think the pacing of this movie was, being that it was what, like 2:30 almost,
Something like that.
2:02 or something, 2:32?
I liked it. Whenever the Hulk scene came around, I thought that was the climax of the movie, and then it kept going. And whenever a movie usually does that, I kind of like sink a little bit, but I kind of like was like, oh, all right, yeah, dude, all right, okay, I get to see more Spider-Man. Yeah, let's go. So I was pretty hyped about that. I was pretty excited. No, they were already at Punisher's place for that, but yeah, I mean, I feel
good bit after that.
yeah, there's like 30 minutes.
Solid amount.
Yeah,
Yeah. Because they have to figure out that the dude was lying when they're just chilling.
yeah.
Yeah, the whole MJ conversation, and then them with Ned, and then Yelena, and then all of that. Yeah,
So what'd you guys think of the pacing though?
Yeah,
I thought it was really good.
Yeah, I liked
it.
Yeah.
I haven't imagined you didn't agree.
we'll go Chandler first, and then I
I
can.
thought the first half was really good. I really like the first half pacing. I just think the first half of the movie is perfect. Where that half is, I'm still trying to figure out, but I just think for the most part, the first half, wherever you want to put it. The second half, I still think it was okay. I really don't think the pacing was an issue in this movie.
Yeah.
But
My problems are not with the pacing of the movie.
Mine isn't either. I actually thought, for like it being as long as it was pretty well paced, and I was like kind of worried about that because they had so many things that I was worried is either going to be way too fast or some parts were going to be way too slow. And I didn't really have that, which was very nice. But that's why I kind of asked, because like it being as long as it is, like almost as long as the Odyssey, but it did not feel like I was sitting through the Odyssey.
Agreed. I think also this movie confirms to me that the problem with Spider-Man 3 and Amazing Spider-Man 2 is not the amount in the movie, it's just the writing. Those movies just suck because there's a lot in this movie, and they all, for the most part, need to be in this movie. Hulk, debatable, but the rest of the stuff like basically needs to be in this movie and help service like the plot for the most part. I think Bruce Banner needs to be in this movie, but you can argue that it's dumb that she drove to ESU to get him, but I like that Hulk scene a lot. You know, it's good. It's good shit.
Okay, I just want to bring the elephant out. I think Tom Holland's acting and all the stuff they did whenever like the arachnid stuff took over looked so good. Like the eyes going completely black, and I hate eyes, and I like that one. So like already pretty good. I didn't hate whenever he was pushing out the organic stuff. I got that it was supposed to be gross. And then I liked whenever he woke up in a cocoon and everything was covered in webs. It was so sick. And I don't want to say that one. I'm going to say that one later.
I can go off of that with a question for you guys. So I anticipated that this movie was going to lead into the symbiote stuff. So I have two questions then. How do you feel about his puberty in this movie? And two, do you think it's leading into a trilogy where eventually he gets the symbiote? Like he currently has it and he's like going through the anger in this movie. And then in the next movie, it like comes out of him, you know? Do you
I don't think he has a symbiote right now.
Okay.
I think it would be a little more obvious than just.
Yeah, I don't think that makes sense either.
I think it has to be in the trilogy though. It like has to be. There's no way they just like. When did it? When did Tom Hardy leave a little bit of it behind?
4 years ago.
Which movie was that?
In No Way Home.
Was that last?
Yeah.
It was No Way Home. That's right. Yeah, they have to. It just has to be in this, and I think they also have to have Miles Morales in this somehow. I swear Miles Morales has to appear in these next two movies.
Tom kind of spoiled
like, or like a tease to it. That makes sense. Tom Holland's done after all this. I'm pretty sure. I think he wants to be done.
He said he'd play it as long as they'll have him.
Really? Because I saw somewhere that like once he like becomes a father, he says he's done with film.
I saw that too, but that was, I mean, things change. That's the thing. Yeah. But like someone asked him at like I think the premiere, and he said he's going to stay around as long as they'll have him. He loves playing Spider-Man.
It's probably because he actually had a good director this time around, and you realize that it's actually kind of sick to be Spider-Man.
The truth is, it's probably going to change year to year, so we'll see. For right now, we got our boy.
I think I saw people give the theory that he's going to get. Is it Secret Wars whenever he gets the symbiote in that planet?
Yeah,
I saw people that theory. So, I don't know. I don't see.
I still think he's gonna get it in Secret Wars, but I personally believe it's in him right now, and that's why he's going through puberty.
Why?
Because I like it. I like the idea of it.
Well,
but I like.
Do you understand the reason without the symbiote? If he doesn't have the symbiote inside of him right now, does the whole arachnid stuff make sense to you?
I don't like it as much. I think it's kind of.
Does it make sense to everyone else?
No, I get it. Like he's upset in the genes like enhanced or whatever, but I don't. I'm not like. I would prefer if it was the symbiote.
Spiders are independent creatures, right? Like they never coexist with themselves. So to me, it was like, oh, he's isolated. That's really what a spider is, and so he was just going that route. That's how I saw it.
That's what the movie explained.
Makes some sense, but I just don't think it's there.
That's fair.
I get you saying.
They established that the symbiote's in the universe. It's been a long time since the symbiote's around. He's being a big angry boy, just like Peter with the symbiote. So I'm not counting it out until it happens. I'm just saying when Secret Wars rolls around, someone's cell punches him into a mountain. The mountain collapses on him, and he rises out covered in the black suit. It's going to be because of that.
If you were to ask more questions, where the hell did he get the symbiote?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, those movies are going to be ass. But that's what's going to happen.
I think like if he had the symbiote, they're not going to just like hold that back. Like the second he has it, they're going black suit, and that's going to be like the entire thing for the movie.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I don't think the symbiote will work if you do it in one movie again. I think that was like the problem with Spider-Man 3 because I don't think Peter. That's the same thing with Spider-Man 2, the video game. It's just done too quickly. Like I think that having like an arc for the symbiote would be pretty cool. Like in the second movie, he gets into the symbiote and delves further into the rage that it gives him, and then the third movie he gets over it.
But didn't we say earlier that it wouldn't be the amount, it'd be the writing? So if they
I didn't say it.
Theoretically,
I like the time that he has with it.
I meant the amount of like things going on for Spider-Man 3, and that would be adding another thing to a movie. But that'd be like a very
Well, yeah,
big
but we
thing.
said what you just said. The amount to it isn't what the problem is. We're staying on this part way too much, just because of something I agree.
It's a theory about something that probably, no offense, like isn't going to happen.
You never know. You never know.
You don't. They can change it. Can I bring up one positive that I think makes sense for us to discuss?
Yeah.
No.
Yes. I liked Ned in this movie.
Yeah, dude, he was way better.
I thought he was great. Like in the context of like him being a former friend of Peter in that scene where they were just playing Legos together. Like I thought that was so cute. I want to hear your guys' thoughts because I think we all agreed on Ned beforehand.
I didn't want Ned in the movie at all, but after the movie finished, that's as much of Ned I would like to see in any of these movies.
Great way to put it.
Wait until become Hobgoblin, bro.
I will straight up not see that movie if he's the Hobgoblin.
Oh god. Zach, your opinions are interesting so far. Besides liking this movie, I did interesting. Sorry.
He doesn't like my symbiote theory, and he doesn't like that I don't like Ned. All right.
Immediately after, like a day after this, Caden like texted me, goes, next movie, symbiote Hobgoblin, and I sent like the Tom Holland cinema thing, and I said unironically this might be my favorite movie ever, just because a Hobgoblin and the symbiote all at once. Like I don't even care if it's ass.
That shit would be so fucking ass.
It would be horrible. But like Ned was fine. I think this is like as good as he can get. Although that thing at the end kind of irritates me, and maybe it's just me not understanding. But like, if they wouldn't have left off on that, I wouldn't be thinking negatively about Ned at the end of the movie.
I agree.
It happened right at the end.
100%.
Okay.
So I didn't realize that people didn't like that scene until my coworker came in and he complained about it, and he was like, "Why did Ned get his memory back?" And I was like, "He didn't."
Memory back.
Like, what?
He did.
No, he didn't. And that scene is him. So it's him putting together that him and Peter were friends. So in the Spider-Man scene, whenever they were sitting and talking, he was talking about how he missed them and stuff like that. They were reminiscing on that. After that scene, MJ says Peter's name out loud, and Ned goes, "Oh, Peter, Spider-Man's name is Peter." And I'm in my headcanon, that handshake made him realize that he was Spider-Man.
How does that make sense?
I don't know. Just vibe based, you know? That's just what I interpreted it as.
Saying that shit, you're just like, yeah, no, just cause.
That's how I interpreted it.
Two things.
Yeah.
One, he actively cooperated with the handshake. I've been
muscle memory.
involved in many an awkward handshake. No, that doesn't make sense with the spell. That doesn't make sense at all. And just knowing his
Spell
name's
wipes the
Peter
mind,
doesn't
not the
mean that-
body.
That's not true also. But besides that, that doesn't mean that he realizes that he's Spider-Man. Like that makes no, like I agree partially that that's what I thought at first, that like he realized, oh, Peter, it's Spider-Man, but like there's no connection that makes sense in that interaction to make him think that that's the Peter that MJ's talking about.
That they chilled so much together.
He's the Sorcerer Supreme. He just casts a spell to make him remember everything. Come on, it just happened.
Oh yeah, Ned is magic. Ned is magic.
I think it's so dumb. I don't understand the handshake.
I do have an actual theory that I watched literally 30 minutes ago. I'm not sure if I like it, but it's the thing that makes the most sense. And it's that with Jean Grey going in and messing with everyone's mind and all of that stuff, she like somehow brought some memories back. And hear me out with one detail that supports that. Once again, I'm not saying I like this or even think that this is the case, but it makes the most sense to me. Where MJ is frozen and is actually like crying like that doesn't really make sense with her just being frozen. Like I think that would make sense in the memories being brought up and the Black Dahlia necklace at the end, because clearly she didn't really care about it prior to that. Go ahead, Scott.
Didn't Jean Grey take over before and go, wow, there's actually nothing of you in here?
Yeah, but she also was like depowered, and this is with her like incredible powers now. I have a negative. What I feel like makes the most sense. I don't think there's it, but
so she takes over like a giant portion of people. So then would all of them remember that Peter Parker was Spider-Man?
Maybe.
with that theory. I guess possible.
No,
Yeah.
he was able, even when she took over like the giant amount of people, he was still able to control just one. So I feel like
Well, yeah, but why would so if she took over all Austin saying that MJ and Ned got their memory back whenever she took over everyone. So she specifically soloed out those two to give the Peter memory back to. Anything's possible. It's vibe based.
Once again,
Whatever
I
your
think
interpretation was.
in a lot of ways, I just don't think your way of explaining it makes sense, Zach. And,
That's
and
fair.
I don't think, and so that's not like a personal attack. I'm like, because I kind of thought that the same thing leaving the theater, but I think they could say like, oh, the spell left, like it locked off some memory or something that Jean Grey's power was in. So once again, I don't really like it. I don't like that last scene of the movie. That left a bad taste in my mouth. I'm just trying to think of a way that it makes sense.
I wish he if he did that, I'm totally fine with him doing the handshake. I know you don't like muscle memory, but I'm totally fine with that. And then he just was like, "Whoa, what was that?" And then it looked up at Peter and he smiled because he realizes that it'll be like easy to connect to his friends. I would like that more.
That's the same thing as what happened.
No, it's different because he didn't say Peter. You know, then you could interpret it that he didn't get his memory back. I don't think the handshake inherently means that he got his entire memory back. Like in Jujutsu Kaisen,
Yeah, part of it at least.
no, but in Jujutsu Kaisen, whenever Gojo was being spoilers for Jujutsu Kaisen season 2, whenever Gojo was being trapped in the prison realm, he says something to Geto, who is definitively dead, no brain in body, not there anymore, but his body like reacted and grabbed the neck of Kenjaku. I'm not saying that it's the same universe, Austin. I'm saying that I personally like the idea that muscle memory exists to that extent, that even if you don't have the same, if a completely different person in a completely different body, that the body will still remember. Yep.
I like the headcanon you just gave me that Geto chokes himself so much that his body remembers too at the sound of Gojo's voice.
Oh yeah, I like it too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's basically what I was saying, you know?
Chandler, what were you going to say?
I don't know. You brought like some interesting theories with like the whole Jean Grey thing. That would make a little bit of sense. I definitely think the spell's breaking. I definitely think Ned does know who Peter is now. Maybe not the Spider-Man. I don't know. I guess I was assuming it was all of his memories kind of came back there. But I mean, MJ, she was on the roof of that building. Like she's obviously trying to remember something or something's coming back to her.
We saw a fake memory of we heard about a fake memory of MJ and Ned on that building talking about going to school. So I don't think her being on that building necessarily means she has her memory back.
I agree.
But playing with the Dahlia necklace?
No, the Dahlia. I didn't say the Dahlia. That's why I didn't say the Dahlia necklace, bud. Okay. That's why I didn't say that one. I didn't say that one.
I think they both apply. I don't know.
They totally do, yeah,
Spell's
with the
definitely
building.
lifting. The only thing though is that whenever like we found the bad news that she doesn't even know this Peter dude is, I was like, oh well, that sucks. Well, there's always Gwen Stacy, right?
Dude, he's a
I want a Black Cat movie.
But like he could not move on, bro. He would like.
Peter couldn't handle Black
Like,
Cat. Just Peter could not
no.
handle Black Cat.
I don't care. Let him try.
I think this one could now.
Yeah, in fact, he's a badass. God.
And dude,
Hey.
the symbiote is going to change his personality. He's
Did
going to become a player.
Did you guys
Ooh, that'd be so
realize
cool.
that this movie is very similar to Superman Returns? Our main character is a cuck. He gets cucked in this movie. I'm kidding. He just
Oh,
watches MJ
damn.
kiss another dude. He's like James Marsden.
Sad.
Yeah, it was funny. It made me giggle. I was like, he's like James Marsden in Superman Returns.
That made me frown. I was so sad.
Oh no, he's worse
I mean,
than James Marsden. He's like Brandon Routh.
This Spider-Man definitely drank, right? That was not like water. He definitely drank like a type of alcohol that was handed to him.
Yeah,
He made a face though.
I did not like the face. That's so cliche.
No, I think it was like you go to a college party, they're probably drinking like jungle juice or some bullshit.
Okay, that's
drink.
that's
Like,
fair. Actually, that's fair.
There's not going to be good drinks at a college party.
Yeah. Okay, so it's definitely
I'll take
alcohol,
that.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, no, I mean, I like that he wasn't drinking that because I know like some other ones are like, oh, Spider-Man doesn't drink at all. But I like the fact that he did. No, I'm going to be honest. It made sense. It made sense.
I didn't have any
Back.
feelings one way or the other towards it. I'm going to be honest. It just was in the movie objectively.
Yeah. What about Ned at that counter saying, "Hey, lady, don't sell me that energy drink. Give it to me."
That was kind of funny.
It wasn't even like an energy drink, bro. It was like a 5-hour energy thing. Those things are.
I'm going to be honest, big hater of that scene. In the moment, did not like it because I was like, this is the Ned that I remember, and I hate this. If this is more of the movie, this is going to be the worst movie ever. And then that was the only scene of him being like that. And I was like, okay, this is fine now. I'm okay.
His kegs was funny.
Yeah.
He's definitely a little bit changed, but he's still Ned. Deep down there building Legos and all that, and he's asking all those quirky questions. Ned is still there.
Yeah.
The traits of Hobgoblin are starting to arise, though.
They are. The Hobgoblin is coming to fruition.
It's the fire shark within him.
Dude.
It's basically like the symbiote how it is to Peter.
If Ned actually like stopped talking, then maybe he'd be a cool villain. But if he kept making the stupid jokes while being Hobgoblin, I'm not seeing that movie. I can't stand his character.
Oh, he'll be so good. He'll be so
Skyler,
good.
you don't like Ned.
No, I don't. But I've been talking about Ned as Hobgoblin for so long. I kind of got myself like I want it.
So like,
I want it so bad.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
I don't know why you wouldn't want it. Like, Zach, the alternative is what we're probably gonna get is another trilogy with Peter, Ned, and MJ just doing their thing.
how about we killed Ned, and MJ moves across the country, and then they're not in the movie anymore.
It's not. I mean, we have to go across the country. We get far from home, family vacation.
No, but he like
a Tom Holland movie without Zendaya.
he like moved on though.
No, he didn't. What?
No, but like he did though. Okay, like in this world, in the next movie, in my world, Ned is dead. MJ's gone and Peter has moved on. We don't need that.
Zach, are you taking like hallucinogens? Like you're just making shit up with every part of this movie.
No, that I'm saying that's what I want because I really don't care for either of them.
I agree, and I think this is like a good negative to talk about because I thought that they showed him moving away and getting closure with the Ned and MJ stuff, and I thought that they'd handle that fantastically. And that's why the last scene irks me so much because it just throws all of that away. Like, is that actually what we're going to see now? Like, they're just going to be friends again and he's going to get back with MJ? Like, no one wants to see that. We've got a trilogy on that. Yeah. Like,
I guess I should stop joking. I do agree. Go ahead, Skyler, yeah.
You're in my head again. Now, Austin, you were in my head now. I hated that last bit. It made me so angry. Okay, Zach, can go ahead. Sorry.
It didn't piss me off, but I think it goes against the entire like message of the movie of going out there and stopping being alone because instead of him going and meeting new people and living life, he just went back to exactly what he's always known. It goes literally.
I thought he was going to go to college or something.
Yeah. Well, I didn't think college. I thought he was initially, I thought he was going to start talking to the girl in his elevator until she came back with the boyfriend, and I was like, okay, that's not happening anymore. But at the end, I thought that like the moral of the movie was going to be him being more open to the people of New York and like wanting to know people more or something like that. Or he takes off his mask to like Yelena or to Frank or something. Well, I mean, obviously to Frank. You know, you get what I'm going at, though.
Yeah, like. I don't get why we build up like this entire, it's like, okay, you don't have to do everything alone. Like there's a lot of stress. Like you need somebody to talk to. So I thought he was going to go to like another hero as well, or potentially like a Black Cat situation. And I really don't want them to go back to Ned and MJ. I think I think you are correct. It does just repeat what we just saw. I really don't want that, and I really do think that is what they're going to do. Unless Ned is the Hobgoblin, and then he's the villain, and then we have to get friend first friend, and then and then I'm in.
You know, he could have gone the Hobgoblin is like if MJ remembered, but like Peter never told Ned, and then when Ned found out, he's got pissed. And was like, "What? I'm your best friend. How could you not tell me?" And then Hobgoblin.
I need Ned to be dead for like at least one whole ass movie. Like I can't. He needs to get the foggy. He needs to get the foggy treatment like right within the first 5 minutes of next movie. That's the only thing I'm asking for. But like
forgetting
full on,
the
like
detail
like
though, but-
to a T foggy treatment, sniped from like 100 miles away. We honestly, I would be fine if we never see who did it. It just happens. Go ahead, yeah.
Okay, to move to a different thing, how do we all? Because I kind of saw this as like a negative, considering that they cut so much movie. How do you feel about the flashbacks that showed scenes from the old movies?
I thought they were whatever. They showed you enough to if this was a verse Spider-Man movie you've ever watched, that you get enough to understand where all the characters are at, especially since like it really only happened I think 3 times, and in those 3 times it only showed you like 4 or 5 seconds of the flashback. And I just was like, this is kind of a nothing to me. I didn't even write it down. I didn't even think about it.
I forget all the flashbacks except for like the ones with MJ and Ned.
Yeah, that's basically, yeah. I mean, that kind of helps my
That's
point,
it.
you know?
Didn't overdo it.
I'm in the same boat. I think that's a fair thing to bring up, Sky. But I think they handled it as best you could have. And yeah, I mean, I think it's nice to bring back those, especially when it's been so long in his world. And it's nice to have that contrast of what he's going through now and how dark his world is compared to like how light those scenes were and like his experiences with them. But yeah, I didn't mind it.
They also can be kind of important sometimes because they show you what he's specifically thinking about in that very moment. Like instead of just like, I'm thinking about Ned, I'm thinking about specifically the moment of us 3 on the roof.
I agree with you with that. I do want to know what they cut from the movie.
Me too.
To say whether I really liked it or not, because maybe there's some bits in there that I think should have been in the movie over these, and but it's like at the same time there could be stuff that I was like, okay, that's really dumb. They did make the right choice cutting that and keeping the flashback, so I'm kind of undecided because we said they cut like 40 minutes,
Something like that.
40 something. Yeah, so like a big chunk. So like, I can't imagine all of it was significantly worse, but at the same time, I have no idea.
If I were to bet,
So
I'd say a lot of what was cut was Jean Grey related, because I think that we didn't really get as much as I wanted with that character. She kind of was like barely in the movie. Not barely. That's
an
an
issue with her origin. I wish we got a little more of that.
yeah, exactly. That's what. Thank you. That's the better way to word it. That's what I was getting at. Yeah, because we didn't.
See want like her growing up with her mom and seeing like the mom situation instead of just saying like our mom was bad, like show our mom was bad.
Maybe more time with his sister.
Their powers, bro.
Oh, I want the opposite of that actually, because her powers are my biggest problem in this movie. I think they sucked. But
I like the one.
They're what?
You didn't like the hopping from person to person?
I love that.
Oh, yeah.
I thought
That's
it
so
looked
cool.
super cool, and I thought that as a nerfed
Superpower
Jean,
then.
I'll explain it. I'm getting there. Hey, as a nerfed version of Jean Grey, I think that's super cool. Okay, I this is a spiel I was going to get onto later, but I'll do it now. I think the VMAX twist in this movie is fucking amazing. Like the fact that that the entire movie she is looking for what this VMAX is, and you learn that it's the last thought that her sister had, and in their last moment she sent it out to her. Amazing, super powerful shit. But then she just like permanently unlocks her comic book powers, and it's so unbelievably much more powerful than like the rest of the strength that she had throughout this movie. And I know it's like because she's mad, she got angry, and now she can control what?
No, that's not what it was at all.
It what? Explain.
They basically had her hooked up to Cerebro, so they were like giving her powers steroids. Like that was the whole point of what they were doing to her. The reason why she was able to have that and use that power is because she got like angry and frustrated and got to basically like it's like putting I don't know, like fucking jumper cables onto a car and then like the battery explodes because you're like putting in overdrive.
But it shouldn't
Like-
be that way whenever she disconnects from the machine. Then
Yeah.
it's like how
She's
like
got
Cerebro
powers and
doesn't
stuff.
continue to give him that ability.
It like amplifies
Yeah.
while you're still on
Yeah.
the element.
I think in my mind it just unlocked like latent abilities that she would have gotten anyway. Like they alluded to that with this flashback seeing the sister.
I thought the only time they said that she was more powerful was in that very scene where they go, yeah, she's stronger than her sister.
Yeah, she's stronger than her sister, but in the conversation with her sister, she mentioned like, yeah, you could be able to control multiple people and do X, Y, and Z once you're older.
I thought she just asked about it. She was like, can you do this? And then they left it ambiguous in that moment. And
I maybe when you're older, if you train.
Well,
What were you going to say? Because you also had facial expressions.
Well, I do think they were like basically giving her steroids, and that. But my other thing is she went from thinking her sister was alive and just somewhere else to immediately realizing she's dead. Like in that scene, and that's the only person she had left. And it was kind of like the only thing keeping her from just like killing everything. So it was kind of like
I don't know. It felt very anime to me.
I don't think I see that as a problem.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think it fit within like it's like I don't know, Goku turning Super Saiyan. It's like, do you remember?
That's kind of what I was going to compare
Invincible.
Can you put a JJK?
No, I'm putting it in Invincible. I'm putting it in Invincible terms. Do you remember in the Conquest fight when he goes, "This isn't."
That's not the same. That's not the same fucking thing, Zach. She's Jean Grey. It is Goku turning Super Saiyan because he has that latent ability locked within her. It's not Mark just randomly powering up.
I would have preferred if she. I don't know. I personally would have preferred if there was like something nerfing her throughout the movie, and then at that moment is like whenever it breaks, and that's whenever she gets her power instead of her unlocking it.
She did also have that one thing on the back of her neck.
Well, yeah, but that was
Wow,
the
they were
thing that
doing
was like, what's like enhancing her. You guys are saying.
Do you guys think without them, she couldn't have gotten her power?
What were they enhancing her with then? I thought it was like a
Like how
dual
they were-
thing.
No, that inhibited her power. Like they
Yeah,
were
whenever
doing
it was-
whatever, like in the room. They did the same thing to her sister. It couldn't have been that inhibitor.
You're okay.
Were they
That's a
really
good
giving
point.
her like steroids or upgrade? Like, I don't think that they were.
I
Like,
thought they were
giving
just
anything. They were
activating her
forcing to
brain.
use her powers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she just unlocked it. She would have found. I think she could have unlocked it if it wasn't through this. They just forced it. I don't
Yeah,
think they were
I
giving
agree.
her
That's
any, like,
exactly what it
sorts of powers though, or boosts or like actually giving her steroids, so to speak, or giving like. I don't think they increased her power level at all. They just unlocked. They forcibly unlocked it.
I also don't know if I like that though, because she was able to control it like perfectly.
I don't know. I feel like we're thinking a little too hard about something. I don't need to agree.
That's
I think this
that's
is-
all I
I-
thought about.
Jean
during
Grey.
that bit.
I think like her being able to control it like almost perfectly. I mean, her power didn't like change all too much. It just kind of got like
If you went from being
was-
able to punch at your normal strength to being able to punch 7,000 times your normal strength, you'd still have to adjust that.
Do you think she meant to freeze that whole kilometer?
No, but like she was able to turn it off whenever she like immediately right at the end there, and she honestly didn't seem against freezing everyone. She wanted to freeze everyone.
I think she wanted to freeze the people on the other side of the wall. Didn't know where to stop it, and it just kept going.
Yeah, and
And then that's how it just happened to get there because like
and then she's able to perfectly control like all of the hand and all of the people within the building themselves. First time ever controlling that many people.
Yeah, from that far.
This seems like such a crazy thing to stick on when that's the entirety of
Dude.
Jean Grey's character and every single iteration she's
Also,
ever been
I
in.
understand.
X-Men
I'm
movies
saying
or TV
within the
show.
movie itself, like I don't like the presentation of it within the movie itself, where she's only going. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that in the comics she can't do that. I know that at the end of the movie, that's where she's supposed to be. I would have preferred if it was less of a giant jump. If like maybe she was controlling like 2 people or something, or like I don't know. It just felt like it was insane. The distance from her being mad and her being not mad. I didn't like it.
I just think it still just like sticks to the like obviously she's very naturally gifted. But it is quick. I will.
It's quick, yeah.
It is very quick, and she does be able to go from 1 to seemingly like.
Yeah, I don't think
roughly
2 wasn't the right idea. I was just doing a dumb number. I just did, I think the ending could have been done in the same way with how emotional it was because I love that scene. I just think it could have been done better.
Um, I really like that one, so I don't even know if I want to say that. I do think her being able to control multiples like on her first attempt makes sense in my mind. Again, I just if her name wasn't Jean Grey, which is both the problem and something I like in the movie, because I lost brought up earlier. If I didn't know she was Jean Grey, I wouldn't think it sets up. But if I didn't know it was Jean Grey, I would be questioning.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, think about it as a movie, not as these characters. If you think about it as a movie, it doesn't work.
I think there's enough variables within what they're doing to her. Like, I think in my mind, they had in that room like psionic waves that they were using to experiment on her and actively.
No, you're right. I'm giggling because you got mad at me for saying "in my mind" whenever I was talking about a part of another, in a different aspect of the movie.
Look,
yeah, I said
you are hallucinating.
No,
I'm saying this is within the bounds of what they said they were doing.
I think the symbiote thing is in with bounds with what they have introduced into the movie.
All right, guys, we're all handsome here. We're not asking the right question. How could she not get into Spider-Man's head? We haven't brought that up yet. Huh?
I just kind of like the idea that like
he's the only one. But like,
yeah, I just like the idea.
I'm with Chan on this.
No, I like them.
There was like no explanation. Is it because he's like more spider than humans?
His spider sense. The spider tingle forced it out.
Legit, like how they explain that shit, which I'm not, and that's a valid take on both of you. I'm not even gonna fight it, but like Spider-Man's the exception. Like,
but it made that scene at the other part so much better whenever he let her in.
No, I'm not. I think it makes sense within the movie. I just like that one's the opposite of my other problem. I think if you think about the characters, it doesn't make sense, but in the context of the movie, I think it works.
The naming causes a lot of issues for me, apparently, and a
lot of people too. It's. I feel like that's the biggest talking point in this movie is if Jean Grey should have been named Jean Grey or not.
But I feel like if they didn't, then it makes me sad.
Some nameless character.
Whenever we left the movie, I asked Mom, I was like, what did you think of Jean Grey? And she goes, what do you mean? And I was like, well, that she was the villain of the movie. And she goes, oh, isn't Jean mainly the villain of the X-Men movies? And I was like, no, but I like that you said that. I really like that you said that.
Wrong,
yeah.
Though.
Yeah. I agree.
Half of them, she's right.
Yeah. Exactly. So I don't mind that her origin is a villainous origin story for the most part. I'm not saying it was handled the best, but I do like it.
Definitely unique that she's in a Spider-Man film.
Yeah.
I feel like it's hard for me to get around that.
I understand that.
Let's give him credit for that. Uniqueness.
Have you seen people, and I'm only asking this question because it was kind of brought up when we vaguely talked about it earlier, but like I want like a yes/no explanation type. Have you seen the people online say that Jean Grey is basically ruined in the future because she is too evil in this movie?
No.
Yeah.
Wolverine kills hundreds of people.
I'm so glad. I felt like a moron. I was like, did I miss something? Did something happen that like I didn't know?
I honestly feel like that's a pretty stupid take from that person that said that because like I can think of multiple times in which almost every single X-Men character has done something bad. Oh, Bucky, great example. That's a fantastic example, actually.
My counterpoint: people love Bucky, but all of a sudden with Jean Grey, it's a huge problem. People sympathize for Thanos. I was saying that I don't like I don't think what she does in this movie is all that bad, even though I was saying the opposite earlier.
Yeah, that is actually the direct opposite of what you were saying.
Well, I think
in different context.
No, I'm saying compared to other villains, that people do like,
But like someone to edit this video, get all the things that Zach says that just counter everything.
I think in context, everything makes sense. Within the movie itself, I'm not the biggest fan of it. But if you're comparing what she did to what like Killmonger did, where he sent like weapons randomly out to a bunch of different countries, I feel like if that plan worked, that would have been way worse than Jean Grey just killing and hurting some people to find her sister.
I also have one thing, and that's actually a perfect lead into what I was going to ask anyway. Slash statement slash asking thoughts, but it doesn't really matter, right? Like,
Most of what we talk about doesn't matter. This is a kids movie.
no, that's not what I'm saying. Fuck you, and it's not a kids movie. I am 25, and this movie was made for me. Moving past that slander, Secret Wars, like that's what I was talking about that a lot with everyone I saw the movie with. Like, nothing is like the Ned stuff, the MJ stuff, the Jean stuff. The whole universe is gonna get rebooted in the next year. So like they can keep and throw away whatever they want. There's a chance we never see Sadie Sink as Jean Grey ever again. I think that we will. I would like to see that. But I would also like to see Ned and MJ thrown in the trash and never exist again. So like they can pick and choose. So I don't know. Especially with that after credits.
Genius Black Cat is a possibility because if they don't like it, it can just be removed.
Do you want that?
Yeah. Do you want me to cut that?
Say it online.
Do you want me to?
No.
Do you want me to cut what you just said there?
No.
You won't, anyways.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna. Dude, I have that written down. I have that written down for me to ask that if someone said something cringe. It's not going to focus.
It's like blurry.
Yeah, it's not going to focus. But it says, "Do you want me to write that down?" Question mark. Do you want me to cut that? Do you want me to cut that question mark? Sorry.
I didn't really.
I had that prepped.
I didn't phrase that as a question, but I guess like how much of this do we think is going to like the
None of
Ned
it.
stuff, the Jean stuff? Like,
I think Tom Holland and Sadie Sink are the only continuations we're going to get.
okay.
I think
Everyone else?
it's probably going to be there. I don't know.
Wait,
Ned,
you're asking who?
probably
Like,
gonna die in the next-
you don't think Ned and MJ are going to be in the next film?
Oh wait, MJ has to be in the next film because Tom Holland and Zendaya are dating.
Yeah.
It's so cute though. They get to like be married and love interest.
Just wait till Gwen
Like,
Stacy
straight up just said
goes down.
the thing that somebody definitely has is their theory, so I'm not going to say it because it's definitely going to be brought up a little bit later.
So people have been saying like, oh, Peter is the one that caused the mutant revolution or whatever because of the
Inhibitor.
the inhibitor. And I'm like, don't you guys realize that this is going away in 2 movies, so it doesn't matter that he made that for this one movie?
And they kind of already had some of the technology for it.
True. You're right. They did have the technology for it already. And literally
the Hulk already had one.
Right. And Secret War, I mean, Doomsday's next movie where like his world, New York is going to explode next movie, so it doesn't even matter.
Spoilers.
Well, we know that Magneto blew up New Jersey, which is pretty sweet. We love that.
Right after the Knicks won.
Yeah. Dude, have you guys seen that interview? It's one of my favorite things on the entire planet. I don't even remember who was interviewing him, but someone was like, oh, so you were, there's rumors that you're brought on for Doomsday to Sir Ian McKellen. And he goes, oh, yeah, I blew up New Jersey the other day. It was just one of my favorite line deliveries of anything ever.
What? I didn't, but that's amazing. I have to see that now.
Yeah, it's good stuff. I don't remember what I was going to talk about related to Spider-Man.
Wait, end credit scene.
Oh, bro, that's what I was going to talk about, bro. What the fuck was that?
What?
Zach, you are apparently a book.
I am so done with the end credit scenes after this one. Like, I literally turned them on when the movie was over. I was like, wow, these credits are great. I love the song. I love the stylization of New York. Then we hit the actual credits and I was like, Mom, I don't really want to wait for an actual post-credit scene. Is it worth it? And she goes, it's the first one we've been to in a minute. And I was like, oh, whatever. I'll even Google it to see if we have one. And it was like, there is a post-credit scene. So I waited and we were reading names and we were talking about the movie and stuff like that. And the post-credit scene happened. I was like, I hate this. This is so stupid.
Why?
Because what is it like? It doesn't. It is the exact same thing as if it just said Spider-Man will return with nothing else.
No. What are you talking about?
It's introducing.
Do you actually think that?
What?
Do you know that Spider-Man tracker that peered out of like the galaxy? Who that was? At least I thought it referred to a specific Spider-Man. Anyone else get that?
Toby?
That's what I thought.
I got it as him going to Battle
referred to-
World, like Tom's
I
going to
thought it
Battle
referred to
World.
the Battle World.
I'm not Toby.
It was the fact. I mean, I think there's a good chance it is Toby. I mean, maybe.
Well,
maybe it isn't.
Do you guys know how Doomsday
Like,
starts?
It was the incursion. It was the incursion. It's not like him going to Battle World. They showed two separate Spider-Men. Like,
Did they? I thought it was just the one.
Nope,
I
they
thought
showed
it
two.
was anything.
Yeah, they-
it's like
Well,
it's-
I'm going to be so honest, even with that information, I don't give a fuck because I knew that was going to happen already. I wish I never stayed for that. It was such a waste of my time.
It's the exact same. It is more important than I'd say 50% of other post-credit scenes.
I agree. I'm just so done with post-credit scenes. I don't want them at all anymore.
Yeah.
Get rid of them, please.
That's fair. It just seemed like a very large reaction to what we typically
No,
expect from
this
post-credit scenes.
was the straw that broke the camel's back. I'm done with post-credit scenes on this one.
Sorry, I get it now.
I kind of love post-credit scenes still. They always hold us sweet.
The Fantastic Four one pissed me off, and from that movie on, me and G has not stayed in a post-credit scene since.
I think they're getting.
I think
I'd been even more mad if the post-credit scene was the handshake, though. Oh, that would have irked me so bad.
Oh, I would have been broken like that. I don't know, but then I sat in silence between the post-credit scene and the end of the movie because I had to like actively think about how I felt about that and the movie in general because of that last scene.
I will give you, I was much more high on the movie until that very last scene, and then I had to like reform my sentence I was going to say to Mom.
So we agree after Chan.
Yeah, we can go ahead.
Yes, I'm ready for 3. Yeah, because I have like Loki 20-ish minutes before I have to dip. Real quick.
You go first.
In order to find I went somehow found a reasonable seat on Thursday, the day before it came out. And I went to North Hills. Oh, I just like doxed myself. I went to a theater I don't normally go to because I couldn't find availability. And we were filming the Odyssey, and I was like, okay, I gotta get a ticket ASAP. So I go there, watch the whole movie, and the dude right next to me to my right stands up after all said and done. I'm jotting my notes down because I'm trying not to do that during the movie now and enjoy it. And I just look up, and this was the dude that I worked with when I was an intern at the company I work for now. And I was just like, no way, Jason, what are you doing? This dude is a huge, in the kindest way possible. There's no insult whatsoever. Like a Marvel geek, nerd, you name it. He loves his stuff. He was wearing Spider-Man Converses and stuff. It was so sick. And it was just so bizarre. Like I lost.
And you're sitting right next to him too, you know?
I was next
What
to
are
him
the
the
odds?
whole time. I want to say he knew it was me because he got up, the lights are on, and I just hear jotting my notes down. So he probably saw me, he was maybe a little nervous. When I looked at him, I was just staring at him for a solid 20 seconds, waiting for him to lock eyes with me. And I was like, all right, screw it. Jason, well, what's going on, dude? It was just crazy. So bizarre. What a small world. I would never have gone to that theater. Never. But just the one time I had to. Yeah.
We haven't talked about John Bernthal's Punisher that much throughout this episode. We should do that just a little bit before we go into top
quick,
threes, if you guys are okay with that.
Before Chan, do you want Zach to cut whenever you talk to yourself?
No, it's fine. That's good.
See, it's more funny when you say that to a bad joke, because then that person feels bad about themselves, because then the joke was so bad that it made me want to cut it. No? Yeah, I'll cut that. Yeah, I'll cut that.
No, don't cut it.
No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
I love how, so you can feel that John Bernthal and Tom Holland knew each other forever. Have you guys seen that fun fact that's been going around the internet for the last week or so? So in an interview, they said that John Bernthal filmed Tom Holland's audition to be Spider-Man. And then with the same camera, they turned it around and they filmed John Bernthal's audition to be Punisher on the same day at the same time with the same camera.
How did they mix it? Tom was 12. What are we talking?
He was
What?
14 or something.
That doesn't help. Why is John Berthal hanging out with a 14-year-old?
They were in a movie together for I don't remember the name of it, but they were in a movie together.
Oh, okay.
I'm with your side.
No.
Yeah. And you could
It's at Tom's house, and he was
no. In the video, they're very clearly in a hotel.
Is that better?
No, it's not.
Okay.
It makes it worse, actually. It makes it much worse. Yeah, it makes it much worse, actually. Yeah, but they were like, they played both of the clips, and you're like, wow, yeah, they really were in the same room together.
That's so cool.
Yeah. And now look at that. They're in full circle. They're in a movie together. They have amazing chemistry. And I feel like them being together is like one of the best parts of the movie, easily, at least in my opinion.
Yeah.
And they had
Great chemistry.
And they had Odyssey together. Yeah.
Buddy's in Odyssey too. Like, that's so fun for them.
Yeah. Good for them. Yeah. Big old friends all around.
Punisher.
He's such a good Punisher, bro.
I
Yeah.
don't know if you can ever make a better one.
I
Like,
agree.
I feel like he's the Punisher. Like Tony Stark is Iron Man.
Yeah.
I feel
Tony
like
Stark
I'll
is
stop
Iron
there.
Man.
Well, yeah, but I meant Robert Downey Jr.
No, I know. I was just-
My fault.
No, that's more to your point.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the
That
same
adds.
thing.
Yeah. Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, J. Jonah Jameson, J.K. Simmons. I get what you mean. Yeah, they're unanimous as those characters. Not synonymous. Yeah. What?
I feel like things that a tornado is like right beside me. Like,
For real?
yikes. Yeah, that's what both of those were.
All right,
Uh,
let's check. I guess I got a flood watch, yeah, but
Well, I got the imminent threat for a tornado warning in my area.
before your Wi-Fi and stuff cuts out, Sky, how about you do your 3?
No, I was just saying Chan could do his 3, and then Skylar, and then me and Austin could go because like we know that
Okay.
we're safe.
I
Chandler got a
figured
dip.
Austin would go last because I feel
Mhm.
as though
Oh.
all of our ratings will be irrelevant
Yes.
after his.
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
Well, we'll go in order of importance. Chandler has to leave. I give Skylar at least 25 minutes with that tornado, so he can go after Chandler.
He'll be gone in 20 minutes until 6:15.
Yeah. Oh, okay. What? That's like 40 minutes. That's okay. Go ahead, Chandler. Yeah.
Favorite scene, I really like the part whenever MJ and Peter or Spider-Man were on like that rooftop. I just thought that was so good. I mean, I actually had an issue with that at first. I was like, really? You think just like Prince Charming kissing like the princess is just gonna bring back all the memories? And then when it didn't, I was like, whoa, that's pretty sick.
Did you notice the detail with it?
And like evil, huh?
So she didn't scream, and she held on to Peter in a different way as they swung to that rooftop than she did in the
yeah.
previous movies, and also in the following scene. I was like, whoa, that kind of. I saw that and I was like, okay, that's an issue with the movie. Like MJ would be more
picked up on
screamy, and then whenever that reveal happened, I was like, oh, that was good. That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked that bit. I thought that was really well done. Because you thought that like Jean was trapped in that dude in the helicopter, but she can just break the connection.
Yeah.
Why
Start
would you never
again.
thought of that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I really like that. There's so many funny moments, but I think I gotta do. It has to do with Punisher. It's gonna be Punisher for sure, and I'm torn between the one where he's just like yelling while shooting the Hulk because.
Oh
What
shit!
are you doing, bro?
Oh my god, wait, the thing that I said I noticed, whenever the Hulk smacks the ground, it has like a bunch of rubble come up and go towards Frank. And then the very next time when we cut down and see that floor, it's pristine.
Oh, God damn it. Now. Knocked at least 5 points off my
Yeah,
score.
exactly.
Worst thing in the movie.
Earlier in
Makes
the episode, I said it's small potatoes, but it's something I noticed. So statement stands.
They must have filmed it out of order.
I mean, it's not a deal.
They forgot.
It's just something I noticed.
Maybe they were.
I like the joke today because it's not real. Like, like they had Hulk break it before.
Dude, the Hulk was actually there, bro. He's green. The greenest man in A24 history. A24 is very proud. He is 20 years old.
I'm gonna take 2 funny scenes because they're both Punisher. And then whenever he was screaming with the mask on, waving to all those kids in the hospital,
Yeah, dude.
just him just go, oh,
Yeah.
It's just
The cut
it's
back to that was
the
so.
Punisher.
Yeah.
Yeah. Least favorite. I think I might have had one, but like really, I'm forgetting it. Actually, I really don't know if I have a least favorite. Doesn't mean like my score's perfect, but like there really isn't anything that I really disliked about the film. It was all really enjoyable and fun to watch. So I guess if I had to pick something, I will say Jean Grey as the antagonist. Like I thought she did a good job, but just not like I just remember like in the film and just afterwards I was like, not my antagonist of choice. We'll just say that. I'm picky with that, I suppose. Do I go in my summary and all that?
Yeah.
Okay. This was a really fun movie to watch. I was not really looking forward to this whatsoever, especially with like the whole curse in No Way Home. I just feel like that was stupid and just a cash grab at let's restart, guys. Let's run it back. More money. But I do like how this one is like exclusive. It just feels like it's all contained in New York. It feels like a Spider-Man movie, much more than the other three did. And that's, it kind of, like I said, breaks that multiverse theme that everything's been leading up to till now. And I don't know. I really liked all of, like the villains that they teased, even if it was just through a montage. I think they did a really good job with all that. It was really funny. There's lots of funny moments throughout it. I mean, they're shot well. It really felt like, and it made me bust out Spider-Man 2. I literally bought Spider-Man 2 on Steam. I'm playing it actively right now. Yeah. It's I've only been like maybe a couple hours into it, but it's bringing back some fun memories. The swinging in this movie was just incredible. Some of those shots, him hanging upside down. There are so many wallpapers in this movie that I can't wait until it comes out. I thought the acting was really good. I'm not so upset about MJ and Ned kind of remembering like the curse breaking. I know we had a big talk about that. That wasn't a huge issue for me. Maybe, I guess in another life, that would have been my complaint, but I don't know. I mean, it was just really fun, really entertaining, captivated the whole time. And I really think the first half is the strongest thing about this film. It just feels like Spider-Man. And I loved all that. So yeah, with that being said, I would definitely recommend this. I'm very excited for what's to come. I hope we get the same director. I don't know if that's confirmed or not, but that I think I'm gonna give it an 8.5. So good. Yeah. Right. Skyro.
I'm gonna go put deodorant on real quick. I'm just getting the sense that I'm gonna start sweating soon. I'm going somewhere after this, so I wanna hit it before it gets bad. You guys know what I'm talking about. I'll be right back.
Lather up real quick. Got you. Thank you, boy. You on camera? Look.
Oh, I forgot.
I'm just gonna go back into it. So my least favorite scene is either the handshake at the end or that hot tub scene. I just didn't like the hot tub scene. But the handshake is just bad in my mind. It just leaves too many things open that shouldn't have been opened. But that's really all I got to say about that. We talked about that a lot. My favorite scene is whenever he slams the scorpion into that cop car. At that moment, I was like, dude, wow, we're in some deep shit now. Yeah, him like almost killing the cop was fantastic. It was so good. And like in the movie, when I was watching it, I actively, like, my jaw did drop a little bit because I just didn't expect him to do that. Spider-Man throw Scorpion on the cop car, almost killing a cop. Was my favorite, Zach. Just catch you up.
Oh no, from you, I heard the word cop and I already context clues.
Okay. Yeah.
Appreciate it though.
So good. From my funniest, I like some of the super funny ones kind of felt like they were forced in there at some bits. Like some of it gave me like that Homecoming, like everybody needs to have a joke. But it wasn't for everybody. I kind of liked the Frank Castle, like, I made chili thing, and then like, don't eat that chili. It was like bad, but I kind of like the fact that I like the idea that Spider-Man has been there. Frank has made chili. Spider-Man did not like the chili, and he's now like avidly against Punisher's chili.
World building! It's so good. They did such a good job in this movie with that.
But that, I think that is funny. So I'll get into my summary. I'm gonna be honest. The second this movie ended, I was pretty disappointed. I really thought that this movie was, like, the way it was being hyped up and talked about, I thought this was going to be definitively way better than any live action Spider-Man we have by a lot. And if you would have cut me off after the first like half of the movie, I'd probably say that. But it started really I started really finding some things I was not a huge fan of in that later half, and it kind of took a toll because it started so strong, and I feel like the ending just didn't hold on to what they were kind of going with at the beginning for some of the bits, in my mind. And like I even looked over at Lily and she was like, I don't know what to think. And I'm like, yeah, like I honestly think I need to rewatch this movie. Knowing what happens at the end and kind of everything that happens, I think like one watch sitting with it, I don't think I can give like a great rating. Just probably from my personal expectations, and that's my own fault. There was just some bits I just was not a fan of, and they just all happened to the biggest one happened to be right at the end. Yeah, so I still gave it a 7 out of 10, which is like I think the same score I gave No Way Home. They don't have the same issue but switch, because the first half of No Way Home is much worse than the second half of this. But I think the second half of No Way Home is probably more fun and entertaining to me than the first half of this movie. But I still really like the first half of this movie. I love. But yeah, 7 out of 10. I'll go to Zach. I would recommend it, but I'll go to Zach.
So my funniest scene, we spent a lot of time talking about this. It was the bit where Spider-Man's feet came up while Yelena was talking in the bath. Dude, that part had me fucking cackling because I was like, that's me for real, bro. That's actually me for real. If I'm sitting, I can't just sit and listen to someone talk, right? Like you guys see me, I like look around to do like anything else. That would be me. I'd be like fucking around and I like lift myself up a little bit while in the water. My toes come up above the water. I'm like, I just ruined the serious moment. Oh no. Yeah, that had me giggling, dude. I didn't have a least favorite scene. I think there are aspects of this movie I don't like, but none so much that there's a specific scene that I was like, I don't like this. So I'm going to say 2 scenes I liked a lot. One of them is the Hulk scene. I like the Hulk scene a hell of a lot. That scene is so fucking cool, dude. I want another Hulk movie so badly. And I want the Hulk to be that Hulk where Bruce Banner is very scared and upset about turning into Hulk, and that Hulk is a fucking monster and he's big and his skin is very thin and it looks like it's being stretched by how awesome his muscles are. It was fucking sick. I want more of that. He did the Hulk slam. He did the Hulk clap. I want more. Give me more of that. Sorry, that's too much talk about a character that like is barely in the movie, but it made me so happy. My other favorite scene is that this movie had a climactic emotional beat instead of like a climactic fight, which one other superhero movie I know has ever done that, and it's The Flash from 2023. And I think that they both do it. I'm not going to rage bait. I was going to say equally as well. This movie definitely does it better, obviously, because it's much more built up too, I felt like. And it's much more believable because she's inside of Peter's head. She could feel exactly the feelings that Peter is feeling. Like that's what that direction in that scene was supposed to show whenever she took over the Peter's spot, is that she's feeling exactly what Peter is feeling in that moment as Aunt May is talking to her. And then afterwards, she's able to discuss with someone for the first time about these feelings that she's not really fully understood before. And it's insanely powerful. And I did cry during that. Like I had both eyes welled up, 1 tear rolled down from my right eye. So yeah, that's my experience during that bit. It was really well done, I think. For having a flashback of Aunt May, which I personally, if you asked me before the movie if I would have wanted that, I would have said no, definitively. I think this is the best they could have possibly done with something like that. And I think it was done really well. All right, so I've been talking a lot this episode. I would recommend this movie. It's Spider-Man, and it's a lot of fun with Spider-Man. I think similar to the Odyssey, it's hard to dislike this movie, I think. Now, here's the thing that I'm sure a lot of you guys are probably not expecting me, of all people, to say after this episode. This is definitively, in my opinion, with a large gap, the best Spider-Man movie, live action Spider-Man movie. And I genuinely don't think it's close in the slightest, especially since after I watched this movie, I went back to I don't like Tom Holland's trilogy. I used to as I was growing up and watching them, and what we've learned from rewatching them is I don't think they're good. I think Homecoming is the closest to being a good movie, while No Way Home is very fun, and everything else about those movies I don't like. After watching this movie, I was like, man, I really don't know which one I like more, this or Spider-Man 2, because Spider-Man 1 is too campy, and then Spider-Man 2 is like a really great movie. But then after watching it, I was like, I have an equal amount of problems with both of these movies, but I think this one is way more fun. It is so much like the cinematography in both of them is great, but this one for some reason just like gives me so much serotonin watching him move in the shots. Like even though the shots in Spider-Man 2 are great, like they just scratch an itch in my brain that made me be like, I want more of this. And whenever the climax of the movie that I thought happened and we got more, I can't remember a time in a movie in which like I've actually felt that much joy to continue watching a movie because I thought it was no, you guys are getting mine. That's okay. You know what? This is better than if like it's one of them were talking and it got cut out, because now you can at least.
Go ahead then.
Yeah, I'm just gonna finish off my review. We're having really bad problems. Skylar's not the only one with a tornado. Apparently, your boy has one myself that I'm going through. Love to see it. Yeah, it really sucks that I was on a roll. I was really on a roll with my review. I knew what I was talking about. I was going to go into more detail. Spider-Man 2 is very campy, and like there's problems with it. Like I don't understand how Spider-Man can punch Doc Ock so many times and not knock him out. It's similar problems to the problems I have with Jean Grey in this movie. You know, I put them on a very similar pedestal, but I think this one is a lot more fun than that one, because you can have the Punisher and you can have the Hulk and the Scorpions in this movie, and it feels more like One Piece because Dustin is really good at just like establishing a superhero world, similar to how James Gunn is pretty good at it as well. Like, a lot of the moments that made me smile in this movie are like the small stuff that we talked about throughout this podcast. And the Tobey Maguire movies just can't do that. And that's why, even though I think quality of movie, they're roughly about the same, I just like this one a lot more. So I think I already said I would recommend this movie, but yeah, I would recommend this movie, and I give this movie an 8.5 out of 10. And Skylar, I promise I'm not giving it an 8.5 out of 10 because you said 9. I promise I was always going to say 8.5.
That's fine.
Okay. I just didn't want you to think that I said a number that wasn't the number that you said just because.
No, I pick numbers for everybody before. I don't really care if you pick them or not.
Okay, cool.
Well, I do care if I get them right, but that's all.
Oh, Chandler had to go. Sorry, everyone. I forgot to say that. That's why it's not getting in. All right, Austin, you're up.
He got sent to the back rooms by the winds of the storm.
I kicked him there, personally, into the storm. The storm was going, and I just Spartan kicked him into
it. All right.
Okay. Yeah. So Sky and I were talking about this, and I think it's a damn shame I did not get to watch this movie a second time before doing the podcast.
Me too.
I think we've said this, and I think Shane was the one who brought it up specifically, but the first half of this movie, man, it's immaculate. Like, it is the best Spider-Man I have ever seen or ever wanted to see. Like, I would even say slightly above the video game, if not at that level. And that's what I see as like perfection for Spider-Man. Wait, no, I got to say my favorite and least favorite. I can't go into summary yet. But that does impact my favorite. I think specifically. I don't think my other two are going to change, but I don't know what my favorite is really. My least favorite, same thing as Sky. That last ending scene, I didn't like it. I thought they did a really good job giving closure to his friends in that group, and that would have been really, really cool if they didn't like try to write them back in. And I guess that's going to depend on what they do in later movies, but still, it left a bad taste in my mouth. And I'm really big about landing the endings of movies, and I thought it did a good job. Besides that, funniest. I'm so glad no one said this, but him stealing the girl's clothes and then having like the juicy on his ass, and also he just looked jacked and so good, and it looked so genuinely awkward. Like he was like pressing the button on the elevator so hard. He was like, "Oh my god, she knows, I need to get out of here."
Is that my top? No. Like that was like the only time that cliche is allowed.
I thought that was hilarious. But yeah, that was definitely my funniest. Favorite, I'm gonna say that just there's so many like swinging scenes or fighting scenes that like I don't remember as distinctly, and I think if I watch it again, it'll probably be one of those. And him just like being Spider-Man in the best way we've ever seen in live action, and I love it so much. But without having a specific scene to point to, I think it's gonna be his talk with Zendaya on like the shipyard and Punisher's like thing. I think their conversation and her being like, I don't love you, I don't remember you. I think that is, I think Tom did a fantastic job in acting, and you could see the absolute like heart wrenching misery he had, especially with getting like baited for that because of Jean Grey. I love that scene, and it just, and then it led into the whole Lego scene with him and Ned and MJ, and I just love that, like the emotional parts of that. I went back, like my girlfriend and I watched Homecoming last night after watching like Brand New Day.
Similar ride, I
And
see.
I was,
Different movies though. I watched Spider-Man 2, you watch Homecoming.
no, exactly. I thought you were gonna say you watched Homecoming again, and we were gonna have the same opinion. But man, it makes that movie so much better. Like it, because it's like he's so happy, and he's just like a little kid, and he looks so young compared to what we see him as now. Like I always thought Tom Holland just didn't age, but like he looks like a little baby there, and he's a little guy, and he's like making mistakes, and like that's fair because he just started. Like this is the like first real time he's like Spider-Man, and it just makes it so much better. So yeah, I guess just like getting into it, the first half of this movie was just absolutely perfect to me. I mean, we joked about wanting to see Spider-Man like alone in press and like blah blah blah, and like if the first half of the movie actually made me like kind of question that. Besides that, like it was perfect and it was what I wanted, but also like it was sad like for me, and like I was really like feeling for him. Like he was going through it, like he head down into his work only doing that. He did not have a life besides Spider-Man, and he was doing so well with Spider-Man. And I loved how they showed the appreciation that New York had for him for being that like hero of New York, the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man that really is there. And I think throughout this movie, it carries that so well, like with the impact of everything he does, like with him throwing Scorpion into the cop car, like having the hero, the like absolutely perfect figurehead of good, do that type of thing and injure someone just so complacently, like in the reaction of people around him, and like his reaction after he realized was just like so amazing. Like this movie is dark at times.
What
and
was
it's
it?
sad. It's amazing. It's sad, it's dark, it's emotional. I do think it's funny sometimes. Like I liked a lot of the humor in it, and I think it really makes you feel like this world is lived in. Like we've had the MCU around for almost 20 years at this point, which is crazy to say, but this is the first movie where I feel like everything mixes so well. It's not just the casual interactions with characters, but it's like going through the damage control office and seeing all of the other things, like from random Spider-Man, like ex-villains and like those random like Chitauri things. And it all mixes so well because we've had so much of it, and it like samples each of them into this world that we know that exists and has been established. And it just is amazing to me. Once again. Yeah. But yeah, I'm like, I think my own personal expectations and really just fear for how this movie was going to end and trying to predict what was going to happen affected my experience a little bit, because I was just like, okay, how are they going to close off his mutating body? How are they going to close off the Jean Grey stuff? How are they going to end the Hulk fight? Like, what are they going to do with the Punisher? Like, all of that stuff was running through my mind constantly. I was just like praying, hoping they landed this because I wanted it to be that good. And like, I do think it is, which is why I need to just be able to watch it and enjoy it a second time. And this is, I think, I mean, I hope the next ones are as good, and I don't know if they will be. There's going to be a very big change in the MCU by that point, so I don't know if we can count on that. But like, I think that if this is the peak for small, closed story with Spider-Man being on his own, like, I think I'd be kind of okay with that. I mean, I love to see more of it, but like, I really love what they did here. But yeah, I could go on and talk about this, and I'm going to have to talk about it more after I see it again for a long time. But like, I love this. Like, I just loved it. It was amazing. And I've said that 30 times now. And yeah, I'm sorry. I'm going to pull the lever. Actually, no, I will recommend it. Of course, it's Spider-Man is my guy. I'm going to give it a 10, and so was everyone else. Of course, I'm going to do it for this one. What other movie would I do it for? Do you want to explain that? Do we have to explain that again in this?
Oh, yeah. Each one of us once a year gets to pull a 10, negates everyone's rule. That Mediak average is now 10 for that movie.
It'll have to be a 1.
Yeah, it could be whatever you want to rate it, I guess. Yeah, but I'm assuming that we're all just going to force a 10. It would have been really
be a 10.
Yeah, it would have been funny if Austin was like, "I'm going to force a 1 for The Witch" or something like that, or I forced a 1 for this. And just, that's Austin. Oh, that would be hilarious. We all now have to gaslight Cassie when we do the ranking at the end of the year. And we're going to be like, oh, we all put Spider-Man in Mediak tier, Mediak metal, right? Because we all gave it a 10, and Cassie would be like, oh no, I didn't watch the movie, and then we'd be like, no, you gave it a 10. Yeah, you gave
You gave it a 10. Every member gave it a 10.
Yeah, I think that'll be funny. Okay, we're gonna do tiny, minuscule news, mini movie news. We're getting a new Venom movie. It's animated though, so it might be better. It's going to be created by the people who made Final Destination Bloodlines. I'm not going to pronounce their names. Zach and Adam. Their last names, one of them's Stein, the other one's hard to pronounce, so I'm sorry about that, Zach. Because we're fellow Zachs. I should be able to do that. But I don't know. It could be good. Animated is better than not animated for Venom, I think. I'm only saying that because I only have 2 other pieces of news I wanted to talk about, and I was like, well, I can't just delete one news that will be only a minute to talk about. So like, I'll just say that first. Okay, next news. The last is insane because it's the last thing that we're going to be talking about on the podcast. Why did I do this? But I'm going to commit to it. We got a cast for Emma Frost, which I was not expecting at all, because like, we've gotten a lot of rumored X-Men castings, but this is the only one that they confirm other than Jean Grey. Like, why? You know? Samara Weaving, I don't know her. I'm sure I've seen her in other movies, but looking at her next to a picture of Emma Frost, I'm like, yeah, that's a good cast, I think. Yeah, that's a good cast. So that's cool. I don't have much to say about that other than that it's happening. Do you guys have any opinions on this? Do you know who this actress is? She's blonde.
I saw the post you're talking about. I thought it was a good casting. It looks fine.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking at her now. I see it. I see it.
As long as she acts good, I'm sure it'll be good. And as long as the movie's good and the writing's good and the director's good, it'll be good.
If the movie's good, the movie will be good.
Yeah, so true. All right. This isn't best for last, but I will say that this is very long awaited. We're finally getting some legal repercussions for Jared Leto, our least favorite actor on this planet. So, what is it? I think 4.
Did Jeremy Renner die?
No, okay. Jeremy Renner is in our list of least favorite actors, but come on, Jared Leto's the top of it for all of us. We know that. I know that personally.
Apparently, he did amazing in the Master of the Universe.
I did hear he did great in that, but he killed my favorite franchise, so he will forever be on my shit list.
No, everybody is just too stupid to understand what he did for that franchise.
So he's being accused of criminal sex conduct by 4 different women. So this will hopefully actually come back on him, because no one likes Jared Leto. So this actually might like pull through.
When has that ever ended anyone's career?
It's not, but this is stepping stones, because we've known about all of his doings for like years, but nothing has ever started legally. This is the start of something. I'm not saying that something will come from it, but it's definitely good that 1, more people hear about this, and 2, that something might come out of it.
Agreed.
Small
I
steps.
agree.
Jared Leto has called them false.
Shock.
No, wait, really?
I really thought you God dang nabbit. You got
Dude, I love that. Like that excuse of what Skylar said there. Like, what are they gonna do? Just say, yeah, you got me. That's obviously they would deny it and say that it didn't happen.
I can't believe after years it's now that
Yeah.
you guys finally figured it out.
Yeah. Some people think life is like Scooby-Doo. Whenever you point at someone and accuse them, they're like, oh darn, I can't lie now.
Whoa. What do you say about Scooby-Doo? Whoa. Yeah, what are you saying about Scooby-Doo?
I'm saying that if it was real life and they unmasked someone, that person would immediately say that they didn't do it.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, I do.
You ever watch Scooby-Doo, pal?
I have, and they immediately go, oh no, if it wasn't for you meddling kids, I admit to the crime.
It's because they've been caught and they're right there.
Yeah, but the legal battle hasn't happened yet. You don't say shit until
It would
legal
be-
battle's over.
As if they catch Jared Leto in the middle of it.
We are well past our time crunch. Can you please take us out?
You did it.
I know I did. I know I did this. I'm sorry. Can you end the podcast now?
Yeah, so that was Spider-Man Brand New Day. Let us know what you guys thought about the new Spider-Man movie down below in the comments. Again, we're trying to hit 1,000 subs by the end of the year, so anything you do, like, comment, subscribe, share, even just watching the video the whole way till the end, we greatly appreciate it. Also, let us know what you think about this pulling the lever type deal where we just get to override an average. It adds something new. If you like it, let us know. If you hate it, we'll stop and we'll revoke Austin's.
No. It's moving forward.
Yeah. Wait, I was gonna say you don't take people out of jail if you change the law, but I think you actually might.
Yeah, I think you do.
Yeah, I think you
don't
do.
know. But that's not.
Sorry,
the ending.
Austin, you might be cooked.
But next week is cloudy with a chance of meatballs. So, a big change. Let us know what you guys think about that movie. Come back next week. And
the hype department is very different because we didn't talk about the fact that this movie made $1 billion.
Not going to have. This did not have the highest grossing pre-sale ever.
Yeah.
So, either way, let us know what you guys thought about everything down below, and we'll catch you next week with Cloudy.
We'll see you guys then. See ya.